There she goes. Timber! Yep, so nothing at B bucket number 4. So we got one more to check. Yeah, that's a nice waterfall. Here we go. Well, welcome to the Beaver Retriever channel. And today is Father's Day, so me, my brother, and my father are out fishing. So I'm gonna try this little pond out behind us, and I've ice fished it before. We've caught some bass and pickerel here. Yeah, I've caught some trout here too. So we'll see what we get today. Nice little pond here. Hopefully catch something here. Freaking almost just caught a loon. Loon was just right there. I'm not even gonna cast out there and wait till this loon leaves. Yeah, no luck yet. I think we're probably gonna move on soon, find a new place. Yeah, pretty slow day fishing. My brother's caught in 2, my father's caught in 2, and I've caught nothing. So we're hoping to change that right now. There's a big old sunfish right there. Huge sunfish. We're gonna try to catch him. Yeah, that was awesome. You'll catch that on film. So at least I didn't get skunked today. Caught a big old sunfish. Yeah, well that's it for today. So I ended up catching 2 fish. My brother caught 2. My father's caught, I don't know, 4 or 5 by now. So that was a pretty good day. So today we're gonna try to finish up this skull. I've been working on a deer skull for a friend. And I gotta glue this jaw back together. Yeah, so I got this upside down just to make sure it's sitting right. Where I glue it in place. I think it's gonna be just like that. Yeah, we got the jar all glued together. Yeah, that skull came out awesome. Check that out. That's probably the best one I've ever done. That looks nice on my buddy's wall. Yeah, so today we're gonna fire up the old Farmall and get back to logging. So get killing some trees. Alright, first tree is gonna be this one right there. We're targeting these big old fir trees. They're one of the first trees to die out here, so we might as well cut them while we can, and it's been about 10 years since I cut here, so we're going through the family property here, cutting out some of these firs. Nice, it's already leaning the way I want to drop it. That'll work out good. Leaning that way. Definitely not for sure this thing was leaning that way, but there's a little bit of a breeze. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of a breeze today. It's probably tied in with these branches too. So. Sheets are out. One hit at a time. There she goes. There she goes. Timber! So there's a little bit of rot in it. You see these little holes here. So I'm going to take a foot off of it. Yeah, so we're going to limb it up and then we'll drag her out and probably hook onto another one too on our way out and bring it down to the woodyard. Yeah, well, I just found where your old lady crashed their vehicle. I just found a witch's broom up here in the freaking tree. That's what we call these big growths here. You see how it's just so thick all the way down through there. I call them witch's brooms. Just a growth on a tree. There, all limbed up. Now we just gotta hook up our cable and twitch her out. Cut down this one now, hook that on and head for the woodyard. Alright, now I gotta buck these logs up. I gotta try to make all my cuts just right. Like this one here, I think I'm gonna be able to get maybe 2 12s. Looks like it's pretty crooked up there, so I might not. I might only get 1 12 out of that. And that one there looks like I can get a 16. So we're gonna go down through with my 4-foot stick here. Don't use tape measure, I just got a 4-foot stick here, and we'll go down through and measure it all out. 1. There's 2. There's 3. So there's another twitch out, so that log pile's adding up now. So we're gonna keep hammering down today. Hopefully we'll have a couple loads ready by the end of the day. Yeah, this tree's all hung up in these other trees. Just did not want to go that way, so I'm using the tractor and trying to push it. Up and make a three tree twitch. Predicament now. We're freaking stuck down in the ditch. I was trying to push this tree over and I couldn't go any further to push the tree over, so and then I couldn't back up because I am in the ditch with the back tires and the winch is bottoming out. So my thoughts are to hook the winch cable up over to this tree, see if I can't winch myself out of this somehow. Shovel it out. Yeah, my front tire is over a hump right there, so and the back tires are down in the ditch and the winch is bottoming out, so I'd say that's not a very good combination. So I think I can dig out behind the tires here, maybe put a little log down underneath there, or even chain a log to that tire. Let's try to do that. I might be able to chain a log to that tire and pop up out of there. Let's try that. We'll change of plan. I'm gonna get that out first thing tomorrow morning. I've had enough for today. I'm actually going to go swimming with Boss right now down to the local river. But I just wanted to show you the wood pile from today. So that's a pretty good wood pile. So that's probably almost 2 cat trail loads right there. Yeah, I haven't been into the swimming hole yet this year, so we'll see how the trail is. a nice swimming hole right on the bend of a river. I usually bring the dogs down here during the summertime. That's the only thing that sucks about this place is look at all the freaking goose shit. I'm freaking goose shit everywhere, so I usually leave my sneakers on. I bring a pair of old sneakers with me. Holy, is that water cold. Wicked cold. I don't even really know if I want to go swimming now. I'm just gonna work my way out slowly. I do want to wash all this freaking pitch off my freaking arms. So I got some soap with me. Freaking sucks cutting that softwood. It's so freaking pitchy. Probably a little too cold to be going swimming in. Whew. It's almost like doing a cold plunge. Alright, done putting it off. That's freaking cold. Well, yeah, that's enough for me. So I got that pitch washed off my arm. Should be all good. Cooled off for sure. So we're gonna dry off and head her home. Alright, it's the next day. We're gonna get this freaking Farmall on stock. So I'm gonna shovel out the front tire. There's a freaking hell of a freaking lip right here at the front tire. That's like probably the major reason why I got stuck is I can't get up over this right here. So we're gonna dig this out right here and chain a log to this back tire and see if we'll pop back up out of here. Yes, I never did push that tree over last night and the wind ended up taking it. I come down here this morning and that tree is down. We're gonna try to chain this log here to this tire and make it like a big flap and see if it'll catch. And I can use there's 2 brakes on this tractor. I can do individual rear tires, so I can lock the brake on that side. So this tire has to spin. That looks good. And go like this. Something simple like that will work. Moment of truth to see if this works. So I gotta push on this brake, see if that tire will grab. Oh, it's working. It is working. I just gotta throttle it up a little bit here. Look at that. Holy shit, that worked. Nice. Yeah, that was freaking awesome. That worked perfect. That log trick, that caught just right. Popped me right up out of there. Yeah, we just hit a rock down there at the woodyard, bucking up that last bundle. Like barely even cut now, so. Yeah, there's one side. Yeah, sharpen chainsaw. Back to cutting some wood. That's the next tree. Got one there and there's one in past it. Switching out the last one that's going to go to this wood yard for now. Got a bunch of other wood to come in from a different angle, but we've gotten from all the way down as far as you can see up to here done. With all the fur is cut out. Bigger fur on either side of the road here is cut. I think this is going to be it for today. Today we're going to try to haul in these logs. We're going to haul them in ourselves with a car trailer. So this is how we used to do it back in the day. We hauled a lot of wood on that car trailer when we first started logging. So my father's on his way down with a skid steer. We got a little skid steer we're gonna load this with. Nice to be able to truck this ourselves. That back in the day when I was logging, pretty much that was the biggest cost, was the trucker. To hire a trucker to come haul this wood to the mill was just, they're pretty much getting the same amount as we were getting, and it takes us a freaking few days to get that wood put up, and it takes them freaking an hour to bring it to the mill. Like, that makes no sense to me, but that's how it is. So we eliminated that. We truck it ourselves. Yeah, so he used to run a firewood business, so he used to use that skid steer to load all his firewood with, so that's pretty good with it. Well, we got it all loaded. Yeah, so we're gonna strap her down and head for the log yard. Yeah, let's see how we do on going up a big hill. This is a big steep hill. Yeah, this hill's freaking steep. Rolling coal with the old Ford. Yeah, load one's in. Yeah, another load out. So somebody's gonna be building a house out of them someday, I bet. So now we're gonna go skid some wood. We dropped a bunch last night and videotaped none of it, but I got a bunch already on the ground. A lot of it's already all limbed. So we're gonna start switching it out and hopefully get 2 more loads of fir. Then I'll start cutting some ash logs. We got some nice big huge ash. So them will add up fast. No big limbs, no limbs on them like these freaking fir trees. Yard right here. Yeah, looks good. Pull this lever up. Pull the switch in a little bit. Release it. Push this thing back down. Brake it on. I like the fucking procedure. Alright, now we're gonna buck them out. And, man, look at the bend in this log right here. I think I'm gonna be able to get a 12-footer. 12-footer putting it right about there, and that's straight enough. And probably nothing off the top. That'll have to be saved myself. I think the back log is gonna be a 12 to here. I'm gonna have to cut out this little bit of a sweep here, and then get another 12 up there. Switch coming in. Oh, my bolt came out. My bolt that I put through it the other day came out. Yeah, I don't see that bolt anywhere, so we're up to the shop. We got a bunch of old bolts everywhere, so I can rummage through some and find a new one somewhere. So the bolt didn't come out, ended up shearing off. So we're trying to pound out the broken piece that's inside the shaft there and put in a new bolt. Yeah. Well, that's why I wasn't finding the old bolt. It was all broken pieces. We got a new one put in there and hammer it through and go back to logging. I'm gonna roll with that. The brakes, I'll keep fixing it. So we're gonna switch out these trees finally. buckets that I haven't checked in a while, so we'll go up and re-lure them. Maybe we'll find a swarm of bees. So I was just walking back down to the truck and coming over to the pumpkin patch, and I see a bunch of pumpkins. This one has all 3. Yep, nice. See quite a few starting. Oh, the next one's got 4. Nice. Oh, that's doing good. This is what we had left over from them after them 2 loads today. So there's still another 1/4 to a half a load there. This is what I got out this afternoon. So not a shitload, but every little bit counts. So didn't really work too hard at it today. I'm with some nice fir trees. All right, let's go check some bee buckets. I got 2 bee buckets. Oh, actually I got like 5 bee buckets. We're gonna go check right now. All right, going down into bee bucket number 1. Man, look how far that freaking fencing's grown into this tree. That's crazy. Comes out over here. That's in there quite a ways. So bee bucket number 1, nothing. I'm gonna re-lure it real quick and go check the other one. I just got some lemongrass oil with some old queen bees in there. That's what I use for lure. Put a couple drops down in that. So we're going down in the bee bucket number 2. Look at the freaking moose trail. 2 moose trails. Look at the big V we got going here. That's a lot of moose traps. I mean, like a lot of moose traps. No bees in this one either. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to bring a game camera and put it up right here on this moose trail pointed at that beehive. We'll get some moose sniffing my bee bucket maybe. Or just get videos of moose. Be pretty cool. Here's bee bucket number 3, and it's a negative. No bees at it. So this is one I usually catch. I've caught quite a few swarms in this little spot. Yep, so nothing at bee bucket number 4. So we got 1 more to chat. We'll call it a day. I'm gonna put out some more tomorrow. So tomorrow morning we'll try to put out at least 2, maybe 3 more traps somewhere. Yep, final bee bucket. Didn't have anything in it, so nothing yet. So it's right about this time of year when I start catching swarms. So tomorrow morning we're gonna try to get out a few more traps, and hopefully within the next week or so I can get out all of them. I think I got 20 traps altogether. And it's not a trap, it's just a bucket for a swarm to move into. We just call it a swarm trap. It doesn't trap the bees in or anything, just a beehive split, and half the bees go try to find a new home, and we just give them a home and keep checking that periodically, and they'll move into that, and then I can bring and put that into one of my hives and have free bees. So I bought bees for a few years and just lose bees every year, or not have them make it through the winter, spend $200. It's like, fuck that, I'll just catch them and I call them free bees. So definitely a lot cheaper. All right, well that's it for today. So like I say, tomorrow morning we'll go set some more bee buckets. All right, we're putting out our first bee bucket. It's down on big timber company land. We're gonna put it right in the wood line here, right to this little popple tree right here. Put them as high as I can reach it, and screw it right in, just like so. We got 3 to put out today, so we'll put out the other 2. Hopefully the rain won't be raining so much. Holy, add to the rain we got last night. I had a bucket this morning. It must have had 5-6 inches of rain in that. That's crazy. That's a lot of freaking rain overnight. Yeah, freaking pouring out there. Alright, here's spot number 2. This is a friend of mine that actually taught me a lot of my beaver trapping. Lives here. They let me put a swarm box up. I put this box here. I actually put a bigger box there. And they freaking put a bunch of bees on it last year. Little stick-on bees there. They get a kick out of this, so I'm gonna put that up in that tree right there. Alright, we're down to our final location. Look at the freaking water here. This is a boat launch. That big rain, our 5-6 inches of rain we got last night, freaking water's way up to here. So I got some lemongrass oil here. I'm just gonna dump a little bit in there. So this lemongrass oil makes it smell like it's a bees have been there. The scent of a queen honeybee smells like lemongrass oil. I'm gonna put that right on this big basswood right here. Alright, swarm trap number 3 in. So I think altogether I must have 12, 13 buckets out, and for that 1 box, the rest are all buckets. So look at that, that's crazy. That's a river we usually walk up trapping, up the edge of it. There's a beaver dam over here. We did some spring trapping right here too. Yeah, look at that. That's crazy. That's a lot of water. You know how many beaver dams got washed away last night in these big rains? And beaver work all the time to build them dams. And one big flood like this freaking wrecks it. Flowing good here. So we're going down into the last bee bucket. I don't see no bees coming and going in front of it. Yep, no bees. That's it on the bee stuff today. Hopefully we catch a swarm here in the next couple weeks. I need bees in my garden. Yes, me and Boss Dogg headed out to do a little fishing right now. Gonna try. There's a river. It's probably too high with that big rain we got last night. So we're gonna see what it looks like when I go by it. But there's a spot where that river comes out of a big old lake that I want to fish right there where it comes out of the lake. See if we can't catch anything today. Well, this is the river I want to try, so I think I'm going to try it real quick. Well, freaking slippery ass rock. Oh, the beaver was here. The beaver took a chop out of that. He cut this one down. Took 2 bites out of that one. Yeah, that's a nice waterfall. Freaking roaring today. Yeah, nothing yet. We're gonna go down river, try one more spot, but I think I'm better luck to fish at the lake. Yeah, no fish in this hole right here either, so I definitely think if there was fish here, I would have caught one already, but had to try it. We're gonna go fish where this river comes out of and see if we got some luck up there. Hell, this road's all washed out. Look at that. So there's a railroad trestle right there. I just heard the train honk the horn doing a crossing up above, so we should see a train come over the trestle here in a little bit. Wish we had a better view, but this is the best we're gonna get. Alright, that's enough of the train. We're gonna go back to fishing. Let's go fishing. Let's fight the pool. Alright, no bites there, so on to the next spot. Yeah, might be a little too windy today, but we'll try it. There's the lake. I'm blowing 90 out here, pouring out. I don't think I'm gonna catch anything. Freaking can't even cast out there, it's so windy. Freaking white caps out there. Alright, I got my hip waders on, so I'm gonna walk right out here. Try to get this thing out there a little further. I'm gonna try to walk out to that rock right there. Yeah, that's a little better. I don't think there's no fish right here. I'm not catching anything. I am gonna probably try 1 or 2 pools right down below these falls right here. Man, I'm glad I tried right here. We just got a... Oh, shit! Ah, fucking A. Just had a beautiful brook trout. I lost that because I was trying to freaking get this GoPro going. So I was just worried about getting the freaking fish in. Beaver Retriever. Definitely some fish here. There's fish right freaking here. That's crazy. I was just fishing probably 50 feet above here. Nothing. I was fishing probably a couple hundred people out here. Nothing. Right here, I've already had 2 bites. Yeah, another Beaver Retriever. Jesus, I might run out of bait. Stealing all my bait. Got one, but I'm hung up on some shit. Right underneath the log or something. I don't know what it is. It looks big. Look at that brook trout. Holy smolies. That's nicin'. That's a keeper. Dinner tonight. Yeah, it was hung up underneath the tree right there or something. Had him hooked good. I can't even get the hook out. There's dinner right there. That's a nice brook trout. Just can't catch another one for nothing. I just saw a huge one, nice one. start hitting it. But I just can't catch them, and then I just got hooked up on a log down there. Same log I think I was hooked up with that first bit. Just jumped out of the water out. Fucking A! There's that another huge one. Ah. Man, I keep losing these freaking things. I go and grab that GoPro. I hit the GoPro record, but I was gonna leave it recording. Battery's about to die, but man, that was a nice one. Yeah, well, that's it for fishing. I didn't end up catching any more. I had a couple good more bites, but I just could not hook them. And I lost my good hook, one with a spinner on it, and then I went back to the truck, got more spinner hooks, went back out, nothing. Not a single bite, so we're done. So we're gonna head home and cook up some trout. At least we caught one. All right, we're home now. We just went out and bought some French fries. We're gonna have some French fries and trout for dinner. Oh, it'll be good. Fish fry for dinner. All right, trout going in now. Throw that right in the frying pan. Some butter. Man, don't that look good? That's freaking wicked good. Wish I caught one of them other ones tonight, but one's better than them. That is good. French fries go with it. Good old-fashioned fish fry. Yeah, nice. Nice to get some fresh trout to eat. So, don't know what we're doing tomorrow, so stay tuned. We'll see what we're doing tomorrow. So we're out in the pumpkin patch this morning, and most of my pumpkins are coming up, but there's some that aren't coming up. Like, I put 4 seeds per hump. There's only 2 coming up there, so I do have some more seeds here. We're gonna go through, and anyone that doesn't have all of them coming up, we'll put a couple more seeds in. Like that one, all 4 came up. This one here, 3 came up. No, 4 came up. Yeah, so I'm gonna go through both my patches here. I got a pumpkin patch right there, and this big old pumpkin patch here. I'm gonna go down through all of them, put in all my seeds, and then we're gonna go cut some trees. I'm gonna go cut some ash trees today. All right, we're gonna start cutting some ash now. I've been cutting some softwood here for a little while. Finally decided to switch over, start cutting some ash. Brand new chain to put on. Nice to cut these big hardwood with a brand new chain. Yeah, so this will be nice dropping these big ash compared to these freaking crappy fir trees. But the fir trees had to go, so can't really complain too much. I have to cut them. So this is the first big ash I'm gonna drop. Freaking nice tree, look at that. So I wanna drop it right down in that hole right there. This is a nice freaking ash tree. Yeah, that worked out perfect. That's exactly where I was trying to drop that tree. I was able to get it to hit the ground throughout all that stuff. Nice rock maples we left. Gotta be 20-inch, 22-inch right at the base. I don't think this thing's gonna twitch it out. We're gonna try. I'm gonna hook it up, see what happens. Yeah, something's holding it up hard. Just trying to pivot on this maple. And yeah, I'll cut out this. Dangerous here, cutting one of them things. That thing's gonna splinter right up at me here. Yeah, this should make it around that corner now. Well, we're getting it. Now I just got to rehook the cable up. I want to go between these 2 trees, not out and around it. It's just a tree right here. So. All right, let's see what it does. Yeah, the winch itself just does not have the power on this thing. But I can put it in gear and pull on it. Just like that. Okay, so this can't catch a break on this big ash tree. Yeah, so there's a hook on the end of my cable here. Just a plain, simple hook. Everything hooked right into this fucking tree. Hooked right into it. Yep. So I gotta pull that back and get it out of there, and it should pull out of here. Yeah, we're getting it now finally. Holy, it's pulling it. Nice. Left to get a tape measure. I don't use a 4-foot stick on them ones. Them can be anywhere from 8 foot to 16 foot. So already looks like I have a hell of a sweep right there. So I'll have to cut it there. Looks like I might have to cut it right there too. It's about 8 foot. Might be able to squeeze a little bit more, but then look at that sweep. I gotta take that sweep out. And I should be able to cut it right about somewhere right in there. Looks like it would be far enough into the sweep. And up to about right there. So we might get 3 logs. 2 good logs, maybe 3. So this is the next tree. It's kind of leaning over this way. I'd rather almost pull it top first out instead of trying to pull it underneath this old big old blow down here. Be able to squeeze it right down beside the side of that tree. Go like right there, going out. So we're trying for like a very narrow hole right here. I have 2 nice maples out there that I gotta try to drop this between. And I don't want to cut down this fir tree. That's kind of exactly where I gotta drop it. So I'm gonna try to just like scrape the side of that fir tree and drop it right out that way. Yeah, and that fir tree survived. So we just barely scraped up the side of it and wrecked a couple of smaller ones, which that's fine. I was just trying to save this big one. So these were the 2 maples I was trying to drop it between, right there and there, and that's where it ended up, with a big old forked top. That's what I was worried about. There's a big old forked top. If that freaking thing caught on one of these maples, it would have freaking ripped it over. Yeah, so I'm just going to push all this brush out of the road with the tractor. I'm actually going to go up behind my truck up there, the big old woodyard area I can push this off into. And then I cut the firewood section off of this and we'll just pull out the logs, put it right up next to this. Yeah, that's going to be some nice logs. It kind of looks like a lizard with his eyes bugging out of his head type deal. Alright, let's see if this will twitch that out with the winch. Yeah, that's a little crooked, but we should be able to cut some good logs out of that. Oh, no, it trees in front of me. I was trying not to hurt this ash tree. Nice little ash tree right there. I'm trying not to hurt. Quite the process trying to hold this camera, engage the winch, disengage the lot, disengage the winch, throttle down, brake on, out of gear, yeah, this one ought to make a couple of logs. I should be able to go from like right there to about here. Yeah, I think I get 2 logs out of this one, starting from like right about there. Oh, that would probably be where my first cut would be, and then that would be my other one. So we'll get 3 nice logs out of that one. Well, thanks for watching. So that's it for this week. So make sure to stay tuned in next week to see some more logging, fishing, gardening, everything I do. So stay tuned.